Well, 4-2 to Ards, but boy, I don't think the scoreline really reflects on how hard or on how well the boys played today.
Yeah, unfortunately the scoreline always reflects the outcome and what has happened in the game. I think in the first half we didn't really come out, and really very frustrated right at the start to give a penalty away in the first minute, and I think we were going to be 1-0 down very quickly, but fantastic save by Jack down and hold it, and then we've gone up the other end the next sort of 10 minutes and we've got ahead, and at that point we still hadn't really played overly well, but at least we got the ball in the box a couple of times and we got on the end of one, and that you're sort of seeing the tide turning and you're feeling a bit positive about things. Unfortunately it just didn't continue to go that way. How the first goal, Ards' first goal, has ended up in our net, I'll never know. I'm going to have to look at that really closely. We switched off for the second one, and we're going in again, having an uphill battle. We didn't work hard enough, I don't think, in the first half, and it took us to come out in the second half and to really fight to try to get anything out of the game.
It was such a frantic start, and as you say, we give away that penalty, but Jack did a great save. It was such a physical game, but then Kieran, as you say, went up, scored, and we looked like we were on top, and it was just a matter of, were we just not winning the second balls then?
Yeah, we looked at the stats at half time and we weren't. That was it. We struggled, I think, at the start to work out. They were playing a diamond in midfield, and so our three were struggling to work out, well, where do we go? And we just had to reshuffle to make it easy for the guys rather than having to say, bring this one in, bring that one out, etc. We'd been getting good joy, I thought, whenever we were playing with our three, because it allowed us to get our fullbacks involved and to have extra space in front of them. And they were enjoying getting on the ball and putting good crosses in. Both Lee and Curtis put good balls into the box, which was good to see. But again, today was just one of those days. It was a heavy pitch, and it was going to be a fight all day. And it felt in the first half like our fight wasn't there. We weren't winning those second balls. We weren't picking them up. And certainly, even if we were getting into them, we weren't putting them into good areas and forcing Ards into mistakes. I felt we did that well against Dergview in the first half last week. We forced Dergview into mistakes. Ards today, we should have forced them to make more mistakes, and we didn't.
Quite a lot of their goals came from set pieces, corner free kicks. So how frustrating is that again? Because I'm sure you're working on that a lot in training.
Consistently, and we've got some really good, big, strong physical players. As I said, I'll have to look at it again, because how it's ended up in our net, the first one, it was really frustrating. The second one was just switching off and a lack of concentration, and players hold their hands up and recognise that you can't do that at this level.
A positive to take from the game is, over certain weeks and other games we haven't really been creating a lot, but today actually we did create a lot of chances and there was lots of creativity up front. Is it just frustrating again that we just aren't taking those chances?
Yeah, of course it is, and whenever people keep talking about this run of form, then that's in players' heads, and they think about a run of form. We tried all week to cancel out that narrative and to focus just on one game. There's only so much that you can do about positivity. It's always going to play in the back of a player's mind, and when he's not putting the ball in the net on a regular basis, and when things aren't going well, there's always that added weight of pressure. If I don't score, this is going to go pear-shaped, and we're going to get further into this run. That's really tough to get out of. That's a mentality and a mindset that we have to continually fight against, and today I felt at times we looked like we were playing with the handcuffs off, for want of a better term, but at other times we looked like we were under pressure and we felt the pressure.
Chris got that second goal, and it did look like the boys, were working really hard, and they all were pushing for another goal, and unfortunately then Ards got that. But at least the supporters can see that the fight was there, the drive was there, and they were trying so hard. Yeah,
they're working really hard, and they are consistently. I said that last week in training. We're working really hard, and we worked on the ball that we put into the box that Kieran scored from in the first instance. We worked on that, and our set plays we work on, and Chris has scored from one of those as well. So on the negative side we're giving away set plays, but on the positive side we're scoring from them. So that's a positive. We have to take that and we have to be positive about it. But yeah, you get your backs up, you get your tails up, and you think you're back in the game. And Ards managed the game really well. You have to give them credit. They let the ball roll out of play, and they took a long time to take through-ins, took a long time to take by balls, which every team does. Ards did that really well, and they took the steam out of us a wee bit there. We changed our formation. We had to go for it at 3-2 down with 10 minutes to go. We threw three up front, and we had to play for it. Unfortunately, that just left us vulnerable at the back. Joe's done really well to work the ball wide. He's pulled it inside, and it looked like it was just going to bounce for 3 or 4 of our players. It just didn't fall, and they've run up the other side, and it's finished 4, but that's football.
We've obviously got a Christmas break now, and there's another added day to recover after Christmas Day, with the game being on the 27th. How do you get the boys up for that game? Obviously really tough. Newry, top of the table away. How do you work with them now to build their confidence back up going into that really tough game?
Well, I don't think it's a hard thing to get the boys up for the game, because we recognise where we are. We recognise how things have been going, and it's not a difficult conversation to say this is something that we need now. We're now in that place where we absolutely need to dig ourselves out of this. So it's not a hard thing to get them motivated for it. We've just got to focus on our concentration. We've just got to focus on what we're doing this week in training. Again, we look at what Newry have been doing really, really well, and we have to try to cancel that out, and we have to ensure that we don't give away those silly goals, because today, if we hadn't have given away those silly goals, it's a completely different game. You're relying on your goalkeeper to make a save right at the start, and he has done, and it's fantastic, and you think maybe this is it turning. But we've got to just look at Newry and what they do, and again, go right back to the drawing board and look at it as one game. Try your best so hard to put away the narrative of where we are and focus on the game and see what we can get from it.
Okay, Paul, thank you so much for chatting to us. Thank you.